Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kimchica and today we've got another Indiescovery for you, looking at the gardens between. If you're new to the channel and unfamiliar with what an Indiescovery is, it is my chance to review a game just without scores. So I'll provide you my general impressions, the strengths, the weaknesses, things I like, things I didn't like, and hopefully provide you with a better picture on if this is a game that you would like to play on your own. So let's jump into it and see what I thought about the gardens between. Memories are such funny, fickle things. When I think back to my childhood, the memories work in bursts and flashes of items and feelings rather than fully fledged thoughts. I remember a trash can next to an anthill I used to play by and accidentally stepped in and had to be rushed to the ER. I remember listening to the Spice Girls on an old stereo and using puff paint to design best friend t-shirts. A red wagon, Power Rangers action figures, video games, and baking chocolate chip cookies also feature prominently. In The Gardens Between, a surreal puzzle game, you'll have the chance to relive and remember your own memories of childhood by experiencing the friendship between Arena and Frent. The Gardens Between guides you through their moments and memories by allowing you to control the progression and regression of time to solve puzzles. Controls are simple and use 3 buttons. An arrow forward or back, or your control stick forward and back, and then space or X to initiate the action. Almost like a snow globe, the levels will rotate and pivot as you move time forward or backward, and for most all actions, there's a highlight around your character as well as the item itself to signal you're in a place where something can be moved or grabbed. Moving back and forth through time like this is fascinating, and you may find yourself, like me, just going back and forth again and again to see what details you can catch, in addition to trying to figure out the sequence of how to solve the puzzle. Most of the puzzles are pretty intuitive, especially once you get a sense for how each obstacle or puzzle item in the environment reacts, and because of the simplicity of the controls and the relaxing pacing, this is a game I'd recommend to most anyone who'd be interested in the story or in picking up a fun puzzle title, even if they might not consider themselves gamers. Certain clouds will disappear when light shines on them, some boxes will add lights to your lamp while others will take it away. Your main goal is to reach the end of each recollection for these characters by hiking up to the top of the island and placing a glowing lamp on the altar. The pacing of the movement itself is relaxed, so there's lots of time to think and observe the little details while Arena and Frent are moving from one section of the island to the next. I love how even without text, I was able to get a sense of the two characters' personalities through the actions and mannerisms they took, and enjoy those moments, like when they'd take each other's hands. In attempting to reach the goal for each island, you may also find yourself starting to remember and recall your own childhood memories because of these small details. These islands are full of nostalgia and nostalgic items, and the scale does wonders in evoking that feeling of when you're trying to remember something from a while ago. You know, that feeling when certain elements of your experience seem more vivid and larger than life than others. The Voxel Agents, the developers of this game, captured that scale beautifully. The dreamlike visuals and pacing of this puzzle game is supplemented by a minimalistic and ambient soundtrack, or perhaps soundscape is a better word. Other than at the very end credits, the music was very much in the background, and more apparent were the sounds of the items I interacted with. Dominoes falling, Jenga blocks reassembling, water splashing. These were the sounds of the game that really enriched the experience, and again, evoked memories of my own. The music, while lovely, sometimes did get a bit too dreamy for me. There were 1 or 2 times where I started to doze as I was playing because it was already late at night and I was comfy on my couch. But that's more like user error and poor judgment on my part for starting a game that late. This is a relatively short experience, but like so many games of this nature, that was not necessarily a bad thing. The length, running at about 2 hours, was just enough for me to enjoy the novelty of being able to fast forward and rewind time without making the mechanic feel overdone or tired. So, what did I ultimately think about The Gardens Between? It put me back to those times and places that I remember as a kid, both in happy and heart-wrenching ways. It made me remember some of my best friends that I had throughout the years growing up, and it made me wonder where they are today. That sense of nostalgia and ability to evoke such strong memories, as well as the superb gameplay and beautiful visuals and music, make me highly encourage this game to anyone who is remotely interested. Thanks for watching this Indiescovery. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to receive notifications on when more indie game content comes out of this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that bell. And finally, if you enjoy live streams, be sure to check out my channel at twitch.tv/Kimchica. I live stream Monday through Thursday, usually at about 1 p.m. Pacific time, and I play indie games. So that's my chance to feature some games that I've either talked about in my Indie Watch videos, in Indiescoveries, or perhaps even games that I haven't gotten to create content on yet there or here, but I want to feature there on Twitch. So be sure to check that out. I also stream for my workplace, which is called Utomic, and that's at twitch.tv/Utomic, and that's on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And of course there I do my best to feature all of the indie games I can, as well as provide some insights into indie games that I'm looking forward to there. So thank you so much. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope you're playing a lot of wonderful indie games, and I will see you in the next video.